Welcome guys to yet another video. This is Mr. EURGBP, Utsile CEO of EURGBP. I know all my subscribers are wondering, bro, when last did you post? And I'm going to give you reasons on another video, but for now we're going to be focusing on the recap of the third week of October from the 18th till the 22nd, the trades I took and why I took them, and the mistakes that actually happened while trading this pairs that I did choose to trade. So basically, I'm going to start off by just showing you all a higher time frame. So basically, as you can see, this was representing that this structure is in a downtrend, and this level here of resistance was broken not so long ago. And then the second one I was looking for it to be broken was either this one or this one, right? So I was able to put in this one, and as you can see, price was able to go there. Just hold on for me. Price was able to go to that level of resistance and touch it and do a what? A double top formation. So it went up, went down to create the neckline and touched for the second time. And from the previous week, which was the second week, I knew that with the double top, what happens? Price always needs to go back down, meaning what you're going to be getting a weaker USD. And as you can see, I use support and resistance and candlestick reading, right? So we'll have to go to the lower time frame to be able to examine why I entered. And as you can see, I always use the 4 hour or the 1 hour to enter my trades. And what I looked here was the basis of this, how it rejected on the higher time frame, and how also it made this correction right here. But also to be safe, because you know my sales in terms of my broker and showing my performance, when I do sell, it's not always great results. So I was like, you know what, let me give it enough space so that I know it will break through, right? And that's what I did, and that's what price ended up doing. Price ended up correcting, then breaking through, but then price ended up what? Breaking through, going down, coming back up to test our entry, and then it continued going down. So on those bases, right? On those bases, right? What's also nice is this undecisive candlestick that happened here, which is a doji candle. And look what happened after the next candlestick after it. It was a bearish one. Then price wasn't able to close above these highs, making new lower highs. And as you can see, it was unable to break this resistance level. And what happened? Price just went down, went up, and kept on going down. And that would have been a great signal for me to carry on buying EURUSD, GBPUSD. And oddly enough, last week I was able to do that. But then I realized that I haven't been disciplined, guys. I haven't been disciplined, so I wasn't able to watch what was happening here proactively. So I ended up trading using my not trading view, my MetaTrader on my phone, and truly missing out on these opportunities. And one thing that was for sure was that what gave me another confluence that it turned back, it had a second touch of this channel right here, which may look like a wedge structure, but then it gave us the first touch. It gave us the first touch here, second touch, another second touch on the resistance, and another second touch on the support, and that is what we were expecting after this touch here. So if you weren't able to get in here, you would have probably waited for this double top pattern. Plus price, when it came here, it respected this support and continued going up until it retested this resistance. So in coming to this resistance, you could have been more confident and have good confluence to know that, okay, I'm having a doji candlestick. I'm having a doji candlestick, as you can see, and after that doji candlesticks highs, after that one able to break above it, right? so meaning that there were new higher lower highs, and then it did a correction and fell down. So knowing that, you could have used, you had three confluences. You had, what do you call this, a candlestick, a channel structure of support and resistance, plus greater confluence was, this was a resistance level on a channel resistance level, horizontal resistance on a, or what do you call this, a resistance level of a channel, right? And then price went down. Then I think it was from the 18th, right? So what I was looking at was price was let's just go to like the AMs. Price was still here in this phase, meaning that I was able to see what happened. But then we're always looking for high probability trades, right? So my aim was for price to come either hit this support structure here, as you can see with the arrows. It was either it was going to hit this structure here, the neckline of the top, the double top, and then bounce back up, or it was going to break through and come to this level here, then do the breakout of this resistant turned, this support and resistance, right? And it was gonna go back and break through, make it a support again, and continue for the third touch to complete the touches of the resistance of this channel. Honestly speaking, guys, this would have been a great trade if I had followed it properly, but because I honestly don't have an accurate trading plan, I was basing a trading plan inside of my head. As much as I do take screenshots, I honestly don't have a written down trading plan. And that's something that I saw that devastated me this week, because I ended up, what is this? Imagine selling, I ended up selling EURUSD. I think, let me just check here. All right, luckily, yeah, I ended up selling and looking for sell positions. You understand? For whatever reason, I don't even know, I cannot answer for you, but the best reason I can tell you is not having a trading plan and not being disciplined. So now we go to EURUSD. And like I said, you saw that that was a weak dollar. And look at this here. Look at this here. Like, price on the 18th in the morning came to this level here and it played around. And I was thinking it was going to break through. As you can see here, I was waiting for the breakthrough, retest, and continuation to the downside. And honestly, the trades here, I never took them because I was focused on another pair, which was EURGBP, and also I was looking into US 100. I think there was also GBPJPY, and also CADCHF. Yes. So I was looking at so many trades that I ended up missing the structure in terms of being able to correct it. But then looking at it, how I was looking at it in terms of how I did the channel, the resistance levels, it was very great. It was very great. If I had been able to really stick and watch this properly, it was going to be a wonderful trade that I was going to take. So I'm just going to take this out and this out, and just and zoom in, guys. As you can see, we hit a double bottom, right? This support was tested, but almost, it was an area. You can use an area. I'm sure you guys have seen people using such as like a support and resistance. So this should just indicate an area we are within. But then I like using this lines here. So I knew that this support here, it is a very valid support, and as you can see, it's from previous weeks. So I've had this structure for a couple of weeks, and it gave us one touch. Our first touch was here. Our first touch was here, but obviously at the beginning you wouldn't be able to just draw a line like this. Then it gave us this structure here, then it continued to go up to give us a second touch of this resistance level, and look how it reacts when it gets here. It wicks, it goes to the bottom, showing that there's a reaction, that this is a valid resistance. Then what happened? It goes down. So but this here, I wouldn't have traded this because this is a correction. I don't want to trade corrections. I want to trade this levels here, this levels here, you understand, this levels here, you know. So if I had sold here, I would have probably held it until this area here or here. But then sometimes you don't see these things, you know, and you don't want to force things, right? So I wasn't going to sell. My thing was, what? A weaker USD? So what do you do when you have a weaker USD? You buy EURUSD, you buy GBPUSD. But I wasn't looking at this pairs. And funny enough, these are the pairs that I trade a lot. But because of no trading plan and honestly no discipline, I missed out on this opportunity. And look, this is a great continuation pattern, because price went up, then it went down, then it went up again. Let me just say it went up again, and it came back. Sorry about that. And it came back down, and it came back down, and now it might have possibilities of breaking through and going further up. So now look at this. Give us a touch here, which would be the third touch. Then it gave us multiple touches right here. It gave us multiple touches, right? So if I had caught it like here on the 18th, and what's even the worst thing is the fact that it gave me a beautiful doji candlestick, and that's one of my confluences. Though a hammer. It gave me a beautiful hammer, which always signals for a reversal, a change of direction. So now after seeing this, it coming back down, I was going to scale into my bias. If I had bought from the previous week, coming into this new week, this is where I would have been scaling in and going to the upside with it. And look how beautiful it was. And if I had taken it, guys, let me show you how I was going to take it, because I used this candlestick. I would have went to the top, and this is exactly how I would have literally got it. And I was probably going to aim for this resistance level as my exit, right? Looking at it as my exit. So if it had came here, I would have been able to see how price is going to react. And after doing its reaction, I was just going to probably put my stop loss. I was going to trail my stop loss to probably this the resistance here, or I would have just taken my TP here, or sometimes a lot of what do you call this, based on the higher time frame. Looking at the higher time frame, I was going to look at how far it can go, right? It can go. But looking at the higher time frame, I always had this structure whereby this is a double top, this is a double top, and it went down and it went down. So this would be maybe an actual retest before we're receiving a weaker euro. So like I said, I would have probably pushed this until, let me just make you all see this properly. I would have pushed it until this level here. Let me just put it up there. This level here, that would have been my area where I would have put my overall TP, and knowing that I have my overall TP there, I would take my price and take it above and that would be where I would be taking my overall TP. So what I'd be doing is just scaling and scaling until then, and you can see, guys, it's coming to a valid like uh, resistance where price is being like it's reacting every time it comes to this level. You understand? So those are like one of the reasons I would be confident to put my TP there, obviously while managing my trades very well. So overall, this was a great trade, but I missed out on it because, like I said, I didn't, focus on it and really implement my trading plan. I have a trading plan from my head, and when you have a trading plan from your head, and also you're not trading from your laptop like you were supposed to, you end up doing things that are very, very unnecessary. And there's nothing wrong with this. This is a beautiful trade. Beautiful. Like, it goes up, then obviously it goes through its correction, then it comes down, it goes up again, then it comes down again, then probably the odds of it going up are quite high, But we react to what the market is telling us, not what we want. And this is a beautiful uptrend and a beautiful setup. Wow, like, we could have caught how many pips here? Beautiful pips. Could have caught 89, 87 pips. 87 pips. And if I had entered here and I put my thing here, it would have gotten 178 pips. So imagine we got here, then price reacted and it's still running, right? Then I enter another trade here. I enter another trade, but realizing that my overall is coming here. Then I enter this trade, which is like how many? 88 pips. 88 pips. And let's say 100 pips and 88 will probably give us approximately like around 190, 190 or yeah, 190, around 190. Then now I'm scaling again here until there. So I would have taken two trades that would have still be running in profit. Then here I would be looking for a perfect candlestick, and here is one which I trade a lot, which is the hammer. Here's a hammer, and I would have been put my TP. There it is. It's even both of them. So what I do is I take it a bit down and look at my pips. It's not even a lot of pips, 18 pips, so that price doesn't knock me out too prematurely. As you can see, it's been working. Then we go to the upside. Then we will take it to these levels here. Then calculating, that's like 60 something pips. So calculating 190 plus 60, it gets me around 50, like 250 or 240, around those numbers. It would have been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trade. You see, guys, I am not wrong. The setup is correct, but because I don't have a trading plan and I wasn't disciplined about it, these are the things that do happen. So I did miss out on this trade. I didn't take it. GU, I was looking at the same thing. My theory was that it is moving between this resistance and this support, right? So then obviously when you do your resistance levels and your supports, they're gonna be, this is based on the higher time frame. So to get the overall placement of the market, right? Then as you get lower, it makes better sense because there's a resistance here, there is a support here, and there's another support here, which is also in a way you could say a resistance. If price had to come below here, it will become a resistance. So now I know, okay, I have this support here, I mean this resistance and this support here. Then when I got in here and started analyzing further, I saw a channel. I was like, one touch, two touch, one touch, two touch, three touch, right? And my thing also, this guys, is just something I started doing recently that I saw with FX code, whereby you can get such extended price, but it is still valid, as you can see where it turned around the same place, but it's typically just this, just extended, you understand. Then I saw this pattern here, which looks like a, you would say it's a rising wedge, right? A rising wedge. Then when I saw how it was going up, I went to the lower time frame and I was like, okay, it's going to give us a third touch. Obviously it has touched here, it's going to give us a third touch, and it just might respect structure. But then if it doesn't, look here, as you can see, I open, like there's another option of where by I saw price coming to these levels here, coming to test these levels here, and if it does, if it respects it, we just might have a continuation to the upside, because as you can see, it broke out of this level, but then it respected this resistance here. So if I honestly had put in like my buy stop and my sell stops, I honestly would have been triggered. I would have lost this trade, but I would have been triggered here, and I would still would have been in what do you call this, in a position, right? But then it wasn't going to be profitable. But then all the things that I use, guys, there's nothing wrong honestly with this, I saw my touches 1 2 1 2, and it got respected here. If I was able to check right here, oh man, look at this beautiful candlestick. If I was able to be here during the market, the previous, well, it was going to be in September, and I noticed that, okay, this is a resistance that it's on, this would have been a beautiful trade for me to take. Let me just fix this. It would have been a beautiful trade, and look how much I'm risking. Look how much I would have gotten in here and put it probably my stop loss here, but I don't like my stop loss is always 30 or 40, but sometimes the way I've been trusting the strategy of using the hammer has been working. Look how price just went up and never came back here, kept on going up. So I've taken this trade and then really held it until this level. If I was able to notice the structure here from the previous week. But yeah, guys, also your bias, sorry about that, being like bias based, plus like when you're going on like internet forums and you're seeing people doing certain things and they influence you, and that's not a bad thing, but also if you don't have a trading plan, it can really disadvantage you, because you trade how you trade for a reason. It's done for you, and then you're gonna look at other people how they doing things. Then you're gonna try forcing to see what they see. You understand? And not realizing that what you see is valid to you. And the only thing that helps by looking at other people is to just fix what you're seeing. Because sometimes you may see something that is part of your trading plan that another person is doing, but for some odd reason you never saw it. But then it is in your trading plan, and that can give you a major edge. You understand? So honestly, I'm not proud of those trades that I took. I'm really not proud of how this thing is looking. So coming this week, I'm going to adjust. I'm really building a trading plan to make sure that I take full advantage of such moves and truly see them before happening, because this happened by a support, guys. I got a candlestick by a support in the high, testing this level here. Price hit here, came back, and it turned around on this level. You understand? And it gave us a beautiful candlestick, man. Beautiful candlestick on the higher time frame, on the daily, on the 4-hour, even better, because it gives me the change of direction candlesticks that always show a reversal. Even better, you see. So it would have been an overall great trade, but because of the bias that I had and the influence from people and really not having a trading plan, that's what happens, guys. That's what happens. So now, I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to remove I don't know how to add symbols because I have something here that's the thing that I'm using to record. Oh yeah, now I got into GBP, EURGBP actually, EURJPY, EURGBP. Same with EURGBP. By the way, EURGBP, this is a signal sent out by my friend. Like I said, you see guys, you can benefit from friends posting such stuff. So he ended up posting this and I saw it. I was like, okay, no man, like this is very great. It's very great. As it's going with my setup, I have my resistance level that I can see from my high time frame. I can see where price is in between, which gives me a very great view of the market. As you can see, the market has been falling, corrected, fell, corrected a bit going up, then fell again. So obviously we needed to correct a bit more before initially probably coming to test this levels here. But then we're looking at what the current market is telling us, and we need to react to what the market is showing us, not react to what we want to see. So now what I was looking at and what my friend showed me was a wedge and a double bottom. As you can see, price came down, went up. Let me just make it clear for you guys. Went up, and came down and went up again. It's a beautiful, and now we're here by the neckline. So what I did, right? What I did was I was in multiple positions. One US 100 and EURJPY. And with how I trade, sometimes I risk it. I truly risk it. I will not lie. Like I go fully in. And so what happened was I wasn't noticing this level here. As much as I saw this, I was really blinded in the lower time frame by this level here. As you can see, this it's like it's in a correction, some sort of correction. Then it went up, then it came back down. And imagine I'm I'm going in very hard. I went in hard. So I went in hard on this level firstly. Then after going in hard, guys, it went down. Like it went down and it chowed my account. I will not lie. Showing you what I was trading irresponsibly, and that's also a sign of greed because I'm trying to get more. Instead of placing my 0.01 lot size that's accommodatable for my account, I wanted to scale it and double my account, which that is not trading, guys. That's ultimately gambling. Because I didn't consider my account size, my leverage. That's not trading, guys. And the plan for us is to be able to be traders. And as you can see, price from the 18th, guys, it's been falling, going up, then falling. Then after it touched here, that's when I entered. I entered here on this continuation on this uptrend in price. Then it hit this level here, which I just put a resistance on it because of how it rejected. Then I was in the trade, but because I scaled in a lot, it went down and took me out. Not like probably 80% of my account, which was also running with the US 100 trades. You understand? And the CHF, Canadian dollar, and Swiss franc. So it took me out took me out many times. Then I wanted to get in again, it took me out again. As you can see, it went up, took me out again. Then alright, now I was okay, my account is low, it's looking low. So then I was able to do this trade when price was here. When price was here going up, but my TP was here and I was sleeping at this time. Then it went back down and went back down and what hit my stop loss. I was like, alright, okay, fine. Then I was able to enter again. But listen to how I'm speaking, guys. Like, this is no discipline trading at all. Like, trading like this is the worst trading ever, ever, ever that I want to stop, because um there is no future in trading like this, you know? There really isn't. There really isn't. Because this is a business, it's not like gambling or anything. You gotta treat it like it. And yeah, guys, based on the Euro GBP JPY, it's because I over leveraged. There was greed, and just imagine the small things took me out. And imagine I just took that one position that respected my account. I wasn't gonna be faced by this. And look, it never even tried taking me out. It didn't even try. So now you see, I wasted a beautiful opportunity, which now is giving a continuation pattern, which is good, especially when it's around this resistant level, meaning that it broke out. Let's just retesting this area, and then it's going to continue going up. Yeah, guys, this is what we go through, man. You know, this is what you go through when you don't have any discipline at all. So these are the trades that I took. I didn't take any trades here at all on EURUSD GBP. So I was just showing you guys what I missed. What I was looking at now was Nasdaq. Just making sure I get the correct one. Okay, trying to get the one I did my analysis on. Just hold on. Indices. Alright, we're able to manage. So, right, US 100, something I've been killing. It's like I've been killing this since here. And one thing I regret is I should have held my trades from here. I would have been still running in heavy, heavy, heavy profits, guys. I would have multiplied my account by 1000%, you know, which is good because the aim wasn't to, what do you call this, wasn't to flip. It wasn't to flip, right? I was just trading normally, but I was trading very, very heavily like I usually do. But that's something that I'm realizing. If trading like that goes your way, it's very beneficial. But if it doesn't, it's very bad for your account. But then price, on the 18th, or where did I catch it? Around this levels here, around this level here, which I honestly thought, it was going to go a bit down before initially going up, because as you can see how the correction is so heavy, and it touched a significant resistance. It touched a significant resistance. So I was like, yeah, no, it's going down. And look how it also it rejected this area. You understand? So I was like, okay, we're going down to this area, but then price decided to do something different and continue going up, and it went up to touch this major resistance level, right? And when it got here, I was still on a buy, so I think this thing is going to sell. I think it is going to sell, because also I started creating this wedge, this falling wedge, right? And falling wedges, and how the rule behind the structure of a falling wedge is the way it's correcting, it's becoming thinner. Price is becoming thinner and thinner as it comes. Then once it's coming like that, you know that once it goes down and it creates a young correction, it's gonna go down, and this is the Falcon strategy whereby it's going to fill 90% of it before initially going up, and which, you know, price could have turned here, you know, on this level here or here. So now what I was looking at initially, I was looking at the 15-minute time, you know. Actually, I will not lie, guys, I was looking at a sell. I was convinced on a sell. Like my sell, I was convinced because I know my wedge, I see my wedge pattern, right? Which now I feel like I need to clarify it even more, because all I'm saying is I see a wedge, then I'm waiting for a wedge going into the resistance or the support, but in this instance it's the resistance. I should be able to look for, you know, reversal candlesticks, you know what I'm saying, proper ones though, because if I had put this using this hammer, you know, sure, I was gonna be taken out very easily. It was gonna take me out very, very easily. But then also, some would say that, you know, but looking at the past, I probably should have given it space until like here, but that's a lot, you understand? So looking at what happened here, price never really went too high. So I'll be adamant to, you know, take that hammer that I saw, you know, take that hammer, put my stop loss there, and my entry was gonna be there. But then as you can see, price hit, went down, hit again, then that's when it started pushing to the downside. And like I said, it might not always fill it 90%, not always. It might turn back at this levels of resistance, turn to support, or this support here, right? And as you can see, price ended up moving down, which I hate, because, you know, my initial plan was to sell it and just keep on selling it, but also I ended up getting into buys, looking for buys, because I looked at, I don't know, someone, you know, then I started buying, and yeah, guys, it took me out. So you see how basically, guys, my structure is okay. Like this thing is correct, guys. You know, the wedge, it is correct, but because you know, when you're trading, it's more than just the structure, guys. It's more than just the support and then the candlesticks, you know. So price will do what it has to do. But this structure, I know out of 10 times, if I see it, the probability is I'd probably win 5 times or 6 times or 7 times out of 10. You understand me? But because I didn't refine it, I'm not refining it as well, and also building a solid trading plan behind this. So guys, this whole recap is just to show you guys that you will have great trades. You will have awesome trades. You understand? Awesome trades, but because of your lack of um discipline, or the lack of not having a trading plan, such things will happen. And look at CADCHF, guys. I saw it from an Instagram channel. And guess what I decided to do around these levels here? I leveraged for a sell, and look what price did. Kept on waking up. And also, I think I also bought this when it was going back up, you know, for to do a double top, a double top, or you would call it a three touch trend line, a triple uh a triple top, you know. So I ended up, you know, getting in heavily, like, but it was two positions, right? It went into profits, then price went back up, took me out, and that was it. Because imagine now I'm running US 100, I'm running EURGBP, I am running CADCHF at the same time. and I'm doing all these silly mistakes. But look at how price was able to do what I foresaw it doing, you know, I foresaw it doing, which also this is the same as that 90% rule, you know, but now it's not a wedge. Price didn't get thinner, it's a channel. So now, just to show you guys how it would have been better to take this trade, I should have just waited for this level here, and honestly would have put my stop loss just plus. I wouldn't mind me 24.30. It would have been enough. Like my maximum is 35, so I could have just said 35 if I wasn't feeling safe, feel like it was gonna wake me out, or even 25 was more than enough. And my risk to reward is 3. It's over 1:3, so which is great. You understand? And look how price could have just hit me now. It would have hit my TP if I had just done proper risk management. This would have been a beautiful trade. And you can see, guys, the setups are there. And a lot of people are going to experience this in their trading journeys. You are truly going to experience this. So, concluding my recap and just, my recap and my not being disciplined video, you can see that, man, these trades are beautiful. And look here, this is a great sign of continuation. This is a great sign of a continuation pattern, which I could have used to further scale in. And now I would have been in beautiful profits, guys. Probably US 100 could have taken me out, but then, talking about EURGBP and then and CADCHF, I would have been in profits. So, guys, I hope you guys are realizing that you will have a great setups, but because of not realizing your leverage, your margin, not having a trading plan, things are going to become very messy for you. And it's going to be those things whereby, like, when a trade is going your way, but it stops you out and ends up going your way, you're going to get a lot of those things. And those things are very demoralizing when it comes to your psyche, which is the psychological aspect of trading. So I honestly hope you guys really found this educative and you have gained a perspective of that trading is more than having great setups. And sometimes you will have a great setup, but like it comes to probability. We're hoping that setup, if we take it more than 10 times, 10 times, we are going to win probably 6 to 7 times out of 10 using a 1:3 risk ratio. But obviously not every setup is going to have a 1:3 risk ratio. But as long as you guaranteed 1:2 and above, but it will even be better for 3. We know that if you win 6 out of 10 and you lose the 4, you're still going to be profitable. You understand, guys? So I hope you found this educative. I'm going to be showing you the trades that I took in a short video of how ugly I was trading. And yeah, we're going to stop trading like that and we're going to start trading like real traders. Thank you for watching, guys. If you really found this very informative and very encouraging and uplifting, for you not to repeat the same mistakes, please do press the subscribe button and that like button, as it helps me get to a wider audience. And I'm doing this for beginner traders, people who are in the same position as me, to show them that before we reach success, we are going to go through such stuff. And it doesn't mean that you're a failure or you're not capable of becoming a better trader. It's just about you correcting your ways there and there, and everything will be smooth and well. FXmosako, Mr. Untitled Chapter, signing out. See you on the next video.